and you will make way.
Hi guys, welcome to a video, and in today's video I just wanted to review the film Gia. Oh yes. Gia is a 1998 American biographical drama television film about the life and times of one of the first supermodels, Gia Marie Karangi, who very tragically died of AIDS at just 26 years old as a result of her addiction to heroin. Now, this is not my first time watching this film. I did watch it many moons ago, but it was interesting for me to watch this film again recently because I have a lot of mixed thoughts about this film. I do. The biggest thing about this film for me is how emotional the ending makes me, and I think I get so emotional because Angelina Jolie just gave such a heartfelt performance in this role. She did. And I think Jolie's performance alongside her chemistry with Elizabeth Mitchell is the highlight of this film. In fact, not just the highlight, but it's the reason that this film works on any level, because upon rewatching this film, I just feel like had they not had that performance from Jolie and had they not had that chemistry between Jolie and Mitchell, I really do feel like this film would be quite a different experience and not necessarily a good one, but let's get into it. So what I liked about this film is right from the very beginning, it didn't shy away from portraying Gia's sexuality or self-expression. I love the fact that they more or less honoured her feelings towards women and that they took care to portray that her most important relationship was with another woman, especially because given the time in which this film was made, they could have absolutely tried to dilute that part of her or avoid it altogether, and I appreciate that they didn't. I also love the hair journey that Gia goes on in this movie, which is a story in itself. In fact, at the very beginning of this film, Gia was very much giving Shane vibes. God, the hair, the general aesthetics, it was very hobo chic. Very lesbian. I'm not sure Angelina Jolie embodies what Gia Karangi was really about, but that doesn't mean she was a bad choice for the role at all. Jolie is very good at playing a wild card and conveying an uncontained spirit, both of which were characteristic of the real Gia, and one thing I thought this film did very well was the way they othered Gia no matter which environment she was in, because I do feel like that she was somebody who just didn't fit in anywhere that she went, and that is an area in which the film understood the assignment. As I mentioned earlier, I loved how this film portrayed the relationship between Gia and Linda. They just have incredible chemistry, and I had forgotten just how full on their intimate scenes were. And really, for a film that came out before the creation of the L Word, it was interesting to see how they shot the love scene between Gia and Linda. You know, the choreography actually reminded me of parts of Bette and Tina's love scenes, even though Gia came out before the L Word. So that was interesting to me. Perhaps Eileen Shaken took some inspiration from this film. Interestingly, Linda is actually a made-up character in the film, but she's very obviously based on Sandy Linter, who was a makeup artist who had a relationship with Gia in real life. And several of their moments together in the film are based on moments that Gia and Sandy actually shared, so it's not hard to put two and two together. But in any case, I just found their relationship in the film so heartbreaking, so intimate, and so emotional. Their relationship is very much a case of when it doesn't work out with the one and what could have been. When Gia tells Linda that she was the one and it had always been her, I was gone. Honey, the tears were in my eyes because you know Gia is headed to a place where she can't return from. She was harbouring so much pain, and Linda really was the love of her life. So that goodbye, I feel emotional just talking about it. Heartbreaking. Now, the way Gia's decline was directed in the film was a little shaky. It felt like they didn't fully understand her journey with poor mental health, trauma and addiction, but in fairness, they only had a limited amount of time to capture not only her decline but her entire life in a way which was succinct and obvious to viewers. So it can be somewhat forgiven, but even taking their limitations into consideration, I still feel like they could have portrayed it in a much more intelligent way. Really, the worst thing about Gia's decline is the fact that she was just so young, and really it came across to me that a good time quickly turned into a bad time. She didn't have the support, the inner strength, or the guidance to navigate it. Her social circle and, more importantly, her income were very much intertwined with drug use, and even though she got help, I'm still not sure the root of her issues were ever really addressed. I do realise the film had limitations, but I don't think those involved in creating it took as much care as they could have done with their portrayal of her decline. So, the weaker aspects of this film are certainly the editing and the cinematography. Felt very disjointed and overly experimental, which, okay, you could argue that Gia's life was very disjointed and that they were trying to make commentary on that through the cinematography and editing, but even if that was the case, it still felt incredibly amateur and distracting. God, and that seedy jazz music really just cheapened the film. I really do feel if more care had been taken with the technical aspects and artistic choices in this film, it could have been a masterpiece. Okay, so there's my thoughts on Gia. If you've seen the film, let me know your own thoughts down in the comments section below. If you're a lesbian, if you're a woman who has a soft spot for other women, come and join the Sapphic Underground Club. Just come and join it. The Sapphic Underground Club is a whole universe of lesbianism. It is. Don't forget to subscribe for instant disappointment, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!